Here's a great definition of a DoS attack. And the key part here is an attempt to make a machine or network resource unavailable. Now, of course, that's making it unavailable to its intended users. So an attacker is trying to exclude the legitimate users of the service from being able to use it in its intended function. Denial of service attacks are frequently transient. It'll keep people out for a certain period of time, and then the attack will be successfully defended against, or the attacker will halt it. Now, sometimes that does happen after a huge amount of damage is done, but be that as it may, it tends to be an attack that does work over a limited time frame. But rather than just talk about a definition, let me give you an example that will help you visualize just how a denial of service attack actually works. Let's take an example here, and I'm going to pick one in real life. This is a denial of service attack you're about to see. It just doesn't involve computers. Here's how it works. Let's imagine that we have a pizza shop, and the pizza shop takes phone calls. Obviously, people call up and they order their pizza. Now we have an attacker, and the attacker also has a phone. The attacker then phones up the pizza shop. The attacker doesn't have to order a pizza. All they need to do is keep that line tied up. It might even just be a hoax call. The pizza shop hangs up, so now the line is freed back up again. So the attacker just calls back up again. It's the same attacker on the line. They tie up that line, so perhaps another hoax call. Pizza shop hangs up again. Attacker calls back again. They keep coming back again and again and again. The relevancy in terms of a denial of service attack is that if you have a customer with a phone trying to make a connection to the pizza shop whilst that line is tied up, their service is going to be denied. They won't be able to get through to the pizza shop because their resources are being consumed by the attacker keeping the line engaged. So this is a denial of service attack. The legitimate user, the customer who just wants to order their pizza, can't gain access to the service. It's a pretty simplistic example, but it is a real-world one that's easy to relate to. So that's a great way of thinking about how DoS attacks work. But there is a very specific class of DoS attack that is enormously popular, and we saw it mentioned just before. Let's move on and define, and then take another example of distributed denial of service attacks.